We're getting ready to do Eternal Palace on Mythic.
If there's one thing I've learned about dealing
Shut
with
up, turtle.
Naga, it's that you have to strike decisively.
Naga, please.
One of the Horde's warriors has been
I hate
viciously
Nagas.
attacking our soldiers. Find
Oh,
them and
they're so
take them
fishy
down.
and scaly. Oh man, I have such a headache. I drove a lot today and yesterday and the day before that. That's why I didn't stream in, I don't know, a long couple days. This is the way, right? Yeah, this is the way. I know the way. Shazam!
Let's get people here. We can start doing trash. But I have us queued up right now.
Mo Murda just got home. He said he'll be on in like 10.
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll see him on DPS.
Shame that we didn't have fucking mind notice one other beard person.
Yeah. Maybe Naxxus will just show up out of nowhere.
Well, you already know you won't, so.
I know.
You said that on purpose to kind of put some pressure on Zach.
Yes.
Except she's AFK right now.
Yeah.
Dang.
No, I'm here.
Oh, I thought you were not the D.
Feel that pressure.
What does the raptor version of the Ghost Wolf look like it's taking a shit when it sits down?
Would it, just to throw it out there, would it be beneficial to grab solo and go with 19 for a few pulls than just fucking.
We could try it. I'm fine with it.
Solo's going to be raiding with us and we're going to gear up next week, you know, kind of, that may be more beneficial. Since my murder's going to be here in like 10 minutes.
Hey, what's our schedule gonna look like? Are we gonna be doing Mythic only from now on, or are we gonna be doing like Mythic?
Only Mythic.
Hell no.
People still need heroic. Lots, you know, to fund for you doing heroic for Mythic only. Go join a hardcore guild and, you know, have no life if you want to do that every night. Jesus Christ, you'll burn out. Yeah, it's definitely heroic for at
We
least
only
one.
have one Ashara kill.
Yeah. It'll become one night clear, you know, you'll be able
Yeah,
to clear it in
well.
2 hours or something at some point. Next week it'll hopefully be one night and you'll be able to do 2 nights of Mythic. They just get easier and easier, but yeah, we'll be doing heroic for probably at least 4 or 5 weeks.
Awesome.
Hey,
Guys, I don't know how long I will be on because I think thunder or lightning just hit the tree across the street from me.
Dang.
I mean, that's why my dog's like going crazy and stuff.
Dogs also don't like ghosts, so don't overrule that yet.
Well, no, like everybody in my house
Tons.
jumped. Like all 4 of my kids jumped.
Hey, look, I
and,
got my
like,
new
it
haircut.
hit right outside.
Still thinking ghosts.
This guy gets it.
She didn't get it, did she?
She's haunted. She's too deep.
Briga, I
Dang.
hope you're the one that whispered me because it didn't come up who whispered.
I was not, but I was like, dang, that's cool. Are you just shit talking me? Because I don't have a purple one?
No,
That's
like,
how I feel.
It comes up, like, whispers what essence are you running, but it doesn't say who.
It was Briga.
Shh,
trash, guys.
don't tell her. I'm not a very good liar, and so far it was going okay. Yeah, thanks.
Wait, you don't have a purple
You're up
one,
pretty
like
late,
mine?
or are you up just like really early? I don't have the memory, purple memory yet, I don't think. Nope, I don't.
Oh, sweet! I can
Have-
see worldling
have-
essences today.
Have you not been working on your people out in Najatar?
I hate all those people. If I could, I'd burn Najatar to the ground.
See, I hate you.
Who else is running worldling essence? What? Nobody? It's not best.
I mean,
to
it's
slot
good
mine
if
in
other
for-
people are wearing it, so I'll put it on if we got people wearing it.
It's
I need to get my third slot one.
It's my minor. It's like far and away the best, assuming at least a couple other people have it.
You also have to assume that they're all next to you.
Well, you can see the world vein shards, so like
More pulling.
Also, I'm a tree.
I only see mine right
Sigma
now.
Oh,
breaks
all
stuff
right.
you
Bye,
wanna
Bach.
save.
I enjoy your
Someone's
quick
fault.
stop bys, and good night to you. Yeah, it is super late. Come back tomorrow or the next day.
Also, rank 3 increases the
That's
range
my
here.
non-homoerotic goodbye. Sleep tight. What is up with this music? There. Nope.
Greetings.
Yeah, Zach, I'll talk to you in a minute, Zach, about that, actually.
Okay.
So I'm gonna drag you up a channel real quick.
Hi, kitty. Come on. Yeah, come on. Ooh, that's a very good kitty. So pretty. Back to healing. Sit down. You're making me nervous. Or jump down. Man, I can't knock people that play on low settings now. I never had to play on low settings before, and now I see the curse of not being able to see certain things. How dreadful! How utterly dreadful. Oh, I like this song so far. He said ephemerally.
At least they finally made the goddamn cauldron like visible.
Death to all who oppose the Empire.
What's going on, guys?
So smug. I know what you're thinking. But
Okay.
Tempest Keep was merely
So,
a setback.
Bruce, did you get the,
Honestly believe I would trust
No, link it again.
to some
Nothing.
blind
You
night
are
mongrel.
the master now, and you will serve the cause without question.
Chandra's rage will
The
destroy
greatest
you.
glory is
implore
to die
everyone
in
that
the
uses
master's
Weakoras
service.
to install that Weakora. It will really help. The more the raid knows about what's going on, the better. That I was basically going to give you a count as how many unstable mixtures are currently happening the raid at once, which will make it easier for you to determine if you can clear your stacks. We're going to try and...
There's no money here.
What's the limit gonna be for unstable mixtures that can
We're
go
gonna
off at a time?
probably
If there
go
was money
between
here,
5 again,
Probably
6.
wouldn't be playing World of Warcraft.
No, he means the.
At a time, it's kind of like we have 5 healers right
Play
now, so we'll probably say like
Games that required a better
5 or
computer
4, I think.
have a
maybe
better
5.
computer.
You used 5 last night, didn't you?
Hmm?
You used 5 last night.
Well, we're talking about we didn't really have a track. It was really hard. We were really trying to figure out how to track the unstables because it was really hard to see on the raid frames as to how many were going off at once. Because you have to like literally count people's shit because it was really small in the raid frames. But this will make it significantly easier to determine how many are out at a time.
I know, Fat Boss and stuff said that you may need 5 or 6 healers. So 5 is not like that. All we're using lots of healers. 5 is like sort of the required.
Well, we'll see how it goes with 5. I mean, I know other guilds are down to 3 healers on this fight, so.
Yeah, on a different strat though. That's not
So did we figure out the spear, like how that? I can't even find the spear skill in the thing. But we were saying like someone
Or
the
someone
spear
gets pinned
pinned, and like someone was saying that like if 2 different colors click it or whatever, it's really bad. And I was trying to look through the spell book.
Frost Shock Bolts is the spell.
Oh, okay.
It's a Frost Bolt and a Toxic Bolt. It's a bolt.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It does frost damage and applies a extra stack of whatever, or it does damage appropriate to the color and applies an extra stack of whatever color you have.
Someone was saying yesterday that it drops a pool. Is that
The
right?
person clicking you off takes damage of that type, so you don't want to have someone with a Toxic Bolt being touched by someone with a Frost.
Let's talk.
But there's
more
no pool involved.
No.
No. The pool only comes
From the tank and the soak. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, it's
and
not
then
from the tank. It's from
well, their debuff, right? They get a stacking debuff, and then when it clears.
no, you get it. You can create pools from the thing that you get that everyone has to stack on you anyway, but the tanks do get it.
Alright, so real quick, a couple of things that we noticed last night that we talked about after the raid. While we want the first 2 stacks, the first 2, drops to go at Circle and Diamond. After that, everything needs to go to the edge of the room. So what we ended up doing last night is we created a line where everyone just kept dropping at Circle and Diamond, which great on you guys for doing what we said, but we can't do that because we're going to cut the room in half and then we're going to be fucked if we have to move. So only the first 2 that go down are going to go down right there. Everything else is we're going to try and get away as far as we can to drop them there. We shouldn't need anything more towards the middle of the room. Foxy, you want to do the call-outs on this? Now that we have that weak order, it should be really easy to
do a
determine
lot
when you
better
can
if
do
we
it.
just pulled like.
Oh, it's been like a super stressful day for us. So, like, I don't know if our brain capacity is all here to.
I'm sorry. I can do it next week though. I'll be totally down for it.
But give maybe like a poll or 2, maybe we'll be feeling.
What do you
need
need
right now?
So like no, so we need one person. It needs to be like one resounding voice and only one person calling out who's dropping their stacks. So like with that weak order, it should make this fucking easy because you're gonna have like a good big window of like.
I'll get it.
This is how many are out, and then you just call the top person on the list.
Yep, I'll get it.
Like I said, we want to probably stick around maybe 4 for now and see how that goes. Of the 4 of the actual unstables. So once you have 4 people drop, we have 4 unstables going, then we'll stop it
The
there.
song is good. Let's
The other
come on,
big
let's
thing to
pull
note
during
is
this
we do
song.
not ever want to drop stacks during a barrage. Because there's extra damage going on at the time, there's extra bullshit happening, there's people moving. There's probably going to be someone making a mistake and getting hit and probably dropping their stacks. So that we need to be prepared for that extra damage going up right then.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the remaster of Warcraft 3, to be honest. I played the shit out of those campaigns.
You're not getting hit by the opposite.
As much as I didn't buy the
same thing
StarCraft
applies.
one.
So
Actually, I take that
realistically, the
back.
only
I
difference
did
between
buy
this
it,
and
and then
Heroic is the
I
fact
got a
that when you
refund
get
on it
touched
from Blizzard
by
because I said it
the
was
opposite
terrible
color,
and I didn't
you're going to put
want
out
it.
what's called
After playing it
an
for like
unstable
5
mixture,
minutes.
which does AoE damage to the entire
Only
fucking
feature I
game.
wanted wasn't in the game.
So,
It's probably a good game.
Naturally, you don't
good
want to do that too
remaster,
much
but
because that will suck.
not
ass
worth
for
my
our
money.
healers. The only other thing is that the marks
But the
stack,
Warcraft one,
and it becomes
holy.
unhealable around 6-7 stacks. The only way to drop those stacks and reset your stacks to 1 is to intentionally
God, I
take
miss
damage
neutral
from the opposite
heroes.
color. You can do this a few different ways. You can get hit by an overwhelming barrage of the opposite color.
Those were the
You can
days
get fucking
when you
tanked,
didn't know that
which you are. Or you
pandas
can
were
accidentally
actually going to
touch
be
either the
as
pool that's left on the
fucking
floor
common
with the
as
overwhelming ability,
pretty
or
much
touch
anything
a player
else.
with the opposite color, a la every fucking fight that's used this mechanic since vanilla. The only option we really want you to use is touching a circle on the floor left over from an overflow. That's why the very first 2 overflows in the fight are going to be placed on purple and orange marker. So the green one will go on the purple marker, the blue one will go on the orange marker. After those 2 have been placed, every other fucking overflow needs to go to the wall. There should not be another overflow. This is what he was just saying. And then if I'm, say, on blue side, and oh no, I've got 4 stacks, and Bara, aka me, calls out, "Oh, Bara, go cleanse your shit." Then I'm gonna go just dip a toe in the circle of the opposite color from me. Now, bear in mind, those circles are gonna change position whenever she does inversion, so you may have to walk a little bit. And when you dip a toe, you're gonna get unstable mixture and start blowing the fuck up. And you're gonna see, oh shit, I'm damaging the entire raid. But that's okay, because now your stacks have reset to 1. Point of note, when you do that, your color does not change regardless of what your fucking DBM or bigwigs may say. Your DBM and bigwigs seem to have a problem with touching the opposite color, setting off the unstable mixture, and then while you're exploding, it seizes up and thinks, oh no, you're blue, oh no, you're green, oh no, you're blue. You're always going to go back to the color you had before you dip the toe to get your unstable mixture and reset your stacks. You only will change colors if you magically get an inversion, which should only target a few people. Okay, so when I call your name,
Does nobody else
you
read
run
the
over
fights
and you
before we
dip a
do
toe,
this shit?
and you drop your
I feel like
stacks back
it's
to 0,
like
and
our
then you just go back to your
thought the
side. And you know,
jobs
you only change
of us
sides when you
before we
do
get here was
inversion.
to
Don't
know
fucking
this
touch
shit.
someone of the opposite color.
I
If
feel
someone
like
gets an overflow, they're gonna
God,
have a
why do
little
I do
fat-ass
any
circle
of this
around them.
bullshit
The very
ahead of time?
first 2, 1 from each side, again goes to orange and purple. You need at least 3 people in there soaking.
Oh well.
So that means the person who has
Gotta be
it
positive,
plus 2 others.
so we can
If
get
you only have
wins.
2 people in there, the person who has it and 1 friend, you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna die. Healers can't keep you up. So yeah.
On that note, if you are
Alas.
going to solo soak, please say so, because otherwise you'll end up with people out there with you, sometimes with just 1 person, and they may die while you're like bubbled.
Don't be a dick. If you have an immunity and someone comes with you, you're gonna kill them and you're gonna live and walk away laughing, and I'll be mad at you. So don't be a dick.
It's important that like if you get the debuff on you, you move immediately to the outside of the room. Other than the first 2 people that get it, keep that in mind, so that other people aren't trying to chase you down. Like the moment you get it, you need to move to the outskirts of the room so that other people can converge on you. This happened a few times last night, but it was Narf, and he like jumped on his horse and ran 65 miles an hour at the last second of it, and then no one could catch him. So just be mindful when you have that debuff. You need to start moving immediately so that people can figure out where you're going to be. And once you find a spot, stand still. Wait till it follow up so people can get on you. You running from them isn't going to be helpful to anyone's life.
So we want 4 of those unstables going off at once, and we're
I think we should be fine. It's only 9k per stack, so that's not that bad. And it only lasts for like 4 seconds.
All right.
3 seconds.
3 seconds, yeah, whatever.
So theoretically, if we do this right, I'm gonna call out 4 names. Y'all are gonna go dip a toe, and you're gonna blow up the
just do
room.
3 for now. We'll see
Just
how it
do
goes.
3.
I must
We're
get
gonna
closer.
call 3. I'll call 3 names.
Huh.
If your name is not one of those 3,
It just doesn't work
don't go
in
trying
here.
to drop your. And I cannot stress enough that if you go and drop your stacks when I don't call for it, that's unexpected raid damage that the healer's gonna have to deal with. So theoretically, if we flawlessly execute, we're only gonna suffer big AoE raid damage when I'm calling it out. And I'm calling it at 4 stacks, yeah?
4 to 5, it's fine.
Alright, 4 to 5 stacks, 3 people per cleanse. Okay.
I don't have a target.
Use your flask if you haven't.
When's last about tanks? They're cool.
You got, I mean, the tanks you're kind of gonna have to clear when you guys can, just like we did last night. You guys do what you gotta
10
do.
minutes since we took
I
our
just wouldn't let them get
flasks.
too crazy because you could just get gibbed based on the other damage going out. What if your stacks get too high?
Just try not to cleanse during the overwhelming barrage if you guys can help it.
Did
Yeah,
we
I got
talk
you,
about
I
the
got you.
reverberation
Killing me.
slam thing? So everyone was running away from it yesterday. You gotta soak it up. It's like a
5,
split damage
4,
around.
3, 2,
The
1.
slam happens right around the same time as barrage.
Shucks.
I'm out of range.
Fuck that, I get the close spot.
My power cannot
So the
be
first
See-
2 are going into the middle
Too
right
far
now.
away.
Soak with them, soak with them. You need to have 2 people in. Every other overflow is now going to be taken to the wall. Those 2 things on the floor.
Crushing reverberation.
4,
Range need to soak it too.
3,
Like,
2,
range need to soak this when it
Back,
comes
drop
up.
your stacks. Bar, drop
With
your
Rutherford.
stacks.
I must get
Let's let
closer.
one person talk, please. We're getting way too much chatter.
Bar,
Bar.
identities, drop your stacks.
Holy shit.
Brigga, drop your stacks.
My power cannot be contained.
4, 3, 2,
You got an
One.
immediate, don't worry. You're good.
I'm out of range. Too
Foxy,
far away.
Fox, drop
3,
your stacks.
2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth.
Shout it.
Bullshit.
If you can reset, reset.
Quinn's down, we can't. Wipe it up. So the reason we just wiped there is because a couple of you got hit during the overwhelm, or during the, and all of a sudden it spiked from 3 up to like 6.
I just put on Flex.
And
Just
that
put something on it
fucked
recently. Whatever, the other Fast and Furiouses are all there. I don't know what you're looking for. Ah, whatever.
So I'm not
I'm
going to
good
be
at healing
calling
this time.
for people to drop their stacks during a barrage because of that reason. I really can't stress enough how important it is that you don't get hit during barrage by the opposite side. You can get hit by the same color all you like. I don't give two shits about that. That's just going to stack up faster on you. Feast is still up. Oh no, Foxy made me. But it is of vital importance that you do not get hit by the opposite color during the barrage.
I'm really people that don't get hit by their own car as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen, but
It's really hard to get. I mean, if you're ranged, melee, I know they kind of blow stick, but if you're ranged, there's really no fucking excuse for getting hit by the barrage because they're slow as fuck and you have a million miles between you and the boss.
Oh, that's like a big deal, like what you're saying, Quinn. Like the ones I watched, like the range were like on the boss like that. What you're saying, like all the range should be on the boss.
It's from what it seems like the poison side is always the most problematic because a lot of the times the marks are not even among melee, and it seems like there's way more melee that get frost.
But we
So
also
there's only, like,
have way less melee today than usual.
yeah, it's not much tonight.
and that like I've seen like it seems like any range who have the poison are just miles are closer to the frost people than we are to the
There's really no reason for them to be all the way out there, honestly.
Is that what's fucking you up, Quinn? That crushing
It's
reverse?
fucking all
Crushing
melee.
damage.
Well, the stats don't call for everyone to suck. They normally call for like 2 or 3.
No, it's like a 5-yard range around, so the people who are behind the tank are also going to be taking damage. Most of the strats that I see have it like that, and range DPS are on Moon and on Craw.
Okay, we can do that.
I'm fine with that.
And then the people just need to move out or whatever with it. That's fine. That's totally fair.
Is there a grace? Has anyone noticed if there's a grace period after the inversion where you can touch an opposite color and not?
No.
No, there's never a grace period.
We were stacked when an inversion went off, and the second it went off, it cleared my.
Yeah, obviously you're supposed to spread out.
Well,
Yeah, we need to spread out for.
you're still gonna spread for the inversion. The thing to remember since we're doing this strat is when you get your color now, range stack is gonna be behind the respective mark there. So green is gonna be stacking on red, blue is gonna be stacking on moon. The one thing to remember is when the inversion happens, you still got to split up and spread out so that you don't accidentally trigger an explosion. And then when you're making your way to the other side, don't just fucking, not to shit on hunters, I'm not saying anyone's going to do this, but don't like disengage through the entire fucking raid to get to the other side, you know what I mean? Like go around so that you're not going clear through a bunch of people with the other color mark. I know I shouldn't have to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Don't do that. So we're going to try stacking up behind the tanks, and is there a graphic, Quinn? Have you noticed? Like a circle around you that shows up?
Second cast. No, it's not a stack. It's just she just casts it. I think it's people within a 5-yard radius of me. Most of the
Yeah,
time,
it's within 5
like
yards.
you can soak it relatively well if I just purify immediately after.
Alright, I'm
But
just curious if there's a graphic that targets whichever tank it's on that they'll notice stand.
No, there's no range.
Okay. So just be within 5 yards of your tank.
So something I noticed, Bruce, too, is like I think we can even slow down the rate at which we're clearing.
Okay.
Because people were like we were clearing like right when people were getting to 4. I think we can almost go like 1 or 2 people at a time here, because like people aren't getting stacks fast enough where it's gonna like wipe us. And if we could control the damage even more, I think that's fine. But just see how it goes. Cause like just like with the videos I was watching, they weren't calling out people as fast as we are. It seems like we're almost like over complicating it maybe. I don't know. Like I think we just need to see if we can go slow.
down.
Okay.
Gotta dial it in. I'll wait till we hit 5 and then call a couple of it.
You can even call the first 2 early too, you know.
Yeah, no, I know. The last thing, what I'm trying to do is, what I'm trying to avoid is having a situation where like
4, 3,
a
2,
bunch of people are getting
1.
5 at once.
Queen Ashara!
I must get closer.
Range, you should be stacking up behind your tanks. I don't know why you're all standing out there by yourself.
I'm out of range.
My power cannot be
First soak,
Solo green.
Are you soloing Aggie? Nope.
That's why I didn't say anything. Sorry, but I thought that'd be obvious. I know, I'm very vocal.
Well,
Should've been obvious
I was
inside.
wondering. I just was like, I see him by
4,
himself.
3.
No one's going. Oh, sorry.
You should always go with the soaks unless they say solo.
Hey, he likes to solo him a lot. I mean, he's always about it.
But I wanted to save it for later.
Okay. Sorry.
Murderers.
Blue tighten up.
Pierce your heart.
Frost Javelin.
My power cannot be contained.
Soaks.
4.
Too far away.
Also,
Don't do that.
You're a troll. You're a troll.
I realized there was only one person with me, so it was like, guys.
That's right.
4,
Aggie and
3,
Momurda, cleanse
2,
your stacks.
1.
Time to wash away the filth.
Too many pictures.
Holy shit.
It's just because of Aggie's soak. Like we trolled each other. We trolled each other.
I'm almost positive stacks are going too fast because people aren't doing all the mechanics.
My power cannot be
Well,
contained.
I'm just looking. I'm watching the March
Okay.
3 in DVM. And I can tell you that a lot of people fucking took way too many stacks. If we do this right, I should never see the stack count diverge, except for people who get hit with inversions and people. So like, what I should see whenever a overwhelming goes off is 2 people with the overwhelming, and then 4 more people who helped soak go up by 1 stack. That's not what I was seeing. I was seeing like 5 or 6 people suddenly jumping by like 3 or 4 stacks, which means you're getting hit by shit that's avoidable and you shouldn't be getting hit by. I saw at least 4 going off during the 4 AoEs going off during the overwhelming, or during the barrage, which just frankly shouldn't be happening. You're getting hit by avoidable mechanics. It's just going to make this fight way harder.
It's the most troll shit.
Yeah, we had like 10 people get hit by the overwhelming, so we just really need to dodge those better. Like, we just really needed to keep the comms clear for Bruce to call people out.
Sorry, that was very. I don't want to talk. That was just weird. Like fucking. Me and Aggie both killed each other. Like it was funny.
Like.
So that was. So like, what happened right there was the spear, right? Did someone with the opposite color click the spear off? Like, could you guys stop pulling when we're talking about pulls? Like, I don't understand why we keep doing that.
Well, the spear went to.
Ready. Why is it so complicated to click not ready?
The spear went to someone with Frost, and I went to go click it as Frost, but I think someone from Green came over and clicked it. Does that matter? I mean,
I was next to you when you had it, and I moved away because I was the same color, and it was a bit confusing as to what exactly we wanted on that. It's a clear stacks if someone with the opposite color goes to grab it, because the what's it called, it's Frost on the poison side.
Yeah.
Yes, it does bug. If you're the opposite color.
So yeah, Frost.
You have to be the opposite color?
So okay, with the spears, you will, if you get hit by a spear, it's going to be the opposite color of what you are. You need someone of the opposite color to come and remove it.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So like, it happens on the poison side, and I moved away because it was a Frost spear on the poison side. So that means someone from the Frost side needs to come over and click it off, and then move back over. Maybe both tanks are different colors, so maybe the tanks could do it if they're right there, since it's generally a melee almost every time. If it's not like that, then we may have to just deal with it and have someone drop the stacks if it's out in the range stack. Because we're not gonna be able to get somebody from one side of the raid to the other side to deal with that. I think we just need
Both
to
go off at once. Both bolts.
It's only one at a time.
It's one at a time. Then I would say just let it trigger a fucking mixture.
That's fine.
So
What it
the
means is you're gonna
javelin-
get two at once.
Yes.
What was your question, Foxy?
I was just gonna say, with the javelin, it's probably a good idea to kind of head a little towards the middle so that somebody the opposite side can come click it
Yeah,
off
makes
you,
it
rather than
easier.
having to go through the entire group and it might hit people. That...
Makes sense.
Definitely. We just keep pulling there. You got me through another half hour.
There's lots of time right here.
There
We're
you
just
go.
beating ourselves against for doing nothing.
I know we've only had 2 pulls though tonight. I know we had a lot of you guys had those last, I don't know, 10, 15 yesterday.
Roughly, but we had like no organization whatsoever. We were just kind of winging.
Was YOLOing.
D was drugged up like a.
Still we're good.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For Queen Ashara!
Some frost pistols in the melee.
My power cannot be contained!
No,
stop. Supposed to go over Trumo.
Why'd you run away?
Supposed to go to the middle Trumo. That's what
There's already one.
Created one.
Get Trumo up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the
Watch the barrage.
It shouldn't matter if the wrong color's facing you, just back up and
Also,
go.
not like you got frost right now.
Soul, drop your stacks.
My power cannot
Quinn
be
and Foxy.
contained!
4,
Drop your stack.
3, 2, 1.
In the depths,
Spread for
everything
inversion.
changes!
4, 3,
Dolphy,
2,
drop your stack.
1.
Time to
Shout it.
wash away
Barrage.
the filth!
Wipe it up.
What were we calling the out for?
Nice, nice spin. The first person that got green soak, I think, like was stacked and then bolted. Awesome.
So a couple things got goofy there. Again, the very first 2 people, which I believe was Trumo and Soul Vulcan, who get the overflowing debuff, you have to run to orange and diamond.
Just to clarify that one a little bit here, I pulled aggro off of Selwyn right at the start of the fight, which resulted in me getting 1 stack of the frost debuff. So I thought, well, I'm gonna drop a debuff pretty much immediately, so I thought I might as well drop a pool there, which probably screwed things up a little bit. So if I get that again, I'll just drop it on the sides. Yeah, I took like a single stack off the start.
I also noticed if you get hit with an overwhelming barrage, you will do an AoE around you, which will drop everyone's shit around you, because that's what happened in Melee. Someone got hit to the right of us and cleared like 4 of us at once.
Is that what that fucking was?
Yep, I watched it happen. No, I literally watched it happen next to me.
I know you were flashing frost at one point when you were in the poison.
No, so what happened?
Overwhelming doesn't do the AoE.
Like whoever got hit by it, literally, he dropped his shit and triggered me, and the person next to me. 100% know that's exactly what happened. I watched it. I stood there and watched it happen. It triggered his, because he got hit by the opposite color, obviously, which created his unstable, which probably did the damage, which then triggered mine and somebody else right next to me.
Unstable mixtures can't trigger other unstable mixtures, though.
I think though what happens is if you look at your debuff bar, it when you get unstable mixture, your marks constantly change until it goes back to the wrong one. I think that can actually trigger.
That's probably what it
if you run
was.
into somebody.
Something happened because it triggered me and 3 other people.
Like if you have frost, unstable mixture will put you to poison.
Yeah, because
for
DBM
like
will
a
yell
split-
at you to
a
go to the
split
other.
second,
Yeah.
and then it'll go back. And so then if you run into someone when that happens, then it triggers theirs too.
Because like DBM will scream at you too, like when you're doing your unstable mixture drop, that like you need to switch sides like over and over again, like 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Like I don't know what's happening. I watched it happen though. Like someone got hit right next to me, and then like me and 2 other people triggered at once. Because then I watched all the unstables trigger, and we had like 4 going at once.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Unstable.
My power cannot be contained.
First overflows and he goes in the middle.
Bar is gonna drop stack.
4, 3, 2,
Barrage in 1 second.
1.
Time to wash away the filth.
Remember to be by the same color you are, so that we're not triggering.
DE and Aggie, drop your stack.
Spear on Aggie.
I think I can pop that a little bit though. No, I can't. Damn it.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
My power
Uline and
cannot
Foxy,
be
drop your stack.
contained.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Inversion. Spread.
Everything changes.
I'm out of range.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away
Barrage.
the filth.
After this barrage, Zach and Murda drop your stacks. Not yet, not yet. 3 people just got hit by the fucking barrage.
Come on, guys.
You have to wait until the raid stabilizes.
My
Quinn
power
and Spat drop your
cannot be
stacks.
contained.
I'm shouting.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the
After the barrage, and Face and Kibby drop your stacks. After the barrage.
Hey, nobody got hit.
Good, no one got hit, nice.
Where did that come from? That pool.
That was tank despawn.
Turtle and Dolphin drop your stacks.
I'm scared. Alright, there we go.
in the depths.
Wait, where are these pools coming from? What's going on?
Depending on how the boss uses abilities, there's just periods of time where your debuff won't last long enough and you'll just drop roll. I don't have a remnant, so
4,
I can't
3,
fight those. Or I can't do that.
2,
Oh, I noticed that when I was I did a terrible job with pools. I put them every.
So one of those barrages was great, the other one was terrible.
Yeah, I think we started off pretty badly and then got better during
Yeah.
it. So I think
Definitely
we-
can't eat those spears. They definitely fuck shit up real quick.
quick immunity out of them.
Best you can do. Worthless.
The
You are unfit to grovel before
What a
my
Just
bummer.
One big thing too about that, guys. I'd rather you eat the same color spear if you're bad at it. Just be on the same side color as the ones that are yours, so you're not triggering unstables. I could deal with you getting 1 extra stack more than I can deal with you triggering and then potentially triggering 2 or 3 other people around you.
So
We're
triggered
just
right
better
now.
off if you just suck and just eat the spear of your same color.
Quinn, has the crushing thing gotten better now?
I don't actually think people are close enough.
They weren't the last one because it killed me.
You know, it
saw
hit
some
3
people
people.
get dropped.
I saw Kitty and Foxy and the tank just get smashed and no one else.
If I'm completely honest, it seems that the side I'm on is safe because I'm healing from Mel. So you may want to assign a range to actually sit there because I just don't think we have enough.
There's no reason to want to be out that far anyways. You guys can move in a little closer so we have ranged. You know?
I am noticing that the range stacks have a tendency to sort of fade backwards.
The only time you really need to be far from the boss is for that overwhelming barrage where she shoots out. Then it's a good idea to back up. Otherwise, you kind of want to be a little closer to help with like the soak and stuff.
So like let's talk about progress real quick, just so we see that we're doing things right all of a sudden. So last night and even like our first couple pulls, unstable mixture was at like 18 million roughly, and it was generally well ahead of any other damage. It is now our second damage with Frostmark being ahead of it, which makes sense. So we just need to keep doing that. So good job, Bruce. Good job, people actually clearing when they're supposed to. We just got to clean up those barrages, and this fight's just going to be like that over and over again. Just dodging spears and clearing when you're supposed to, and this is a kill.
So I have just received a bit of advice from Yip that I think might help us with the barrages. Thank you, Yip, if you're in here, and Air for pointing it out to me. So tanks. Apparently, if we have the tanks face the boss backwards towards the back wall right before the first barrage, then towards the entrance before the second, it makes dodging a lot more forgiving. Poison and frost bolts are always on her left and right and alternate each barrage. So if you face her towards the back wall first, and then the front, and then the back, and then the front, the colors will be on their correct sides. So worst case scenario, you get an extra stack instead of exploding.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
So basically what I'm saying is her overwhelming barrages, if you guys can face her towards the back wall, so the wall behind her for the first one, and then the door we're standing in front of for the second, and just alternate like that, the colors of her overwhelming barrages will always match up with the colors of our sides, and then we won't have to worry about accidentally triggering explosions during the barrage. At worst, you'll just get an extra stack and have to clear it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And it just repeats in a 1-2, 1-2 cycle.
Yeah, apparently it just
it's
repeats.
tracking it now.
So just as long as the first one goes towards the back wall and the second one goes towards the door, you can just back wall, door, back wall. Yeah, first one facing the wall behind her now, second one facing where we're standing now, and then alternate.
Okay, let's try it out.
Thank you, Yif.
Damn, I gotta stop drinking
5,
soda. Makes my
4,
tongue all
3,
sticky.
2, 1.
Also gotta stop running so far off to the side. Alright, fucking poison for once. Yeah. Poison. Nice! I love stop
Blue
moving.
Stack, you need to tighten
Hell
it
yeah,
down.
I'll stop moving.
My power cannot be contained.
I must get closer.
Shit!
I need to change that real quick.
Four, 3, 2,
Rev, go ahead
1.
and cleanse.
Time to wash away the filth.
Oh, yes, queen.
We never had a problem with it, honestly, so it definitely makes it a bit easier.
Rev, clear.
Yep, I'm gone.
Boom!
Ow! See, you gotta stack for that. That shit hurt.
Such an easy target.
Frost Javelin, move to the middle if you can, not through people.
My power cannot
Soaks
be
her out.
contained.
4, 3, 2,
Your tactics
1.
are pathetic.
Oh my god, Turtle and Dolphy.
Spread out.
I know, are we calling them or
4,
not?
Yeah, I will. It's just you guys suddenly
2,
jumped up and stacked.
Too
1.
far away.
It's 'cause I
Poison
soaked.
people need to move.
Turtle and
I'm out of
Fox
range.
is left.
Wash away
Hunter after me.
Don't even makes that big difference.
It's because I soaked with high stacks. Maybe I should have like let other people soak if I'm high stacks.
Yeah. Like, we were fine, and then suddenly a few of you, U-Line and Solo.
So maybe we gotta manage how many people are soaked. You're gonna solo? Okay.
Your tactics are
That's just wipe it at this point. Get out of it. Teleport out if you want.
So do we need to manage that then?
So
Like,
basically what
who's
it
soaking?
means is if you have
4, 3,
5
Curses.
stacks, you shouldn't be soaking the over. If you have if you have 5 or 6, you can soak it, and then I'll call you to cleanse. But like what we just had was a couple people with 5 stacks. I was about to call for them to remove it, and then suddenly a bunch of people jumped up to like 8 and 9.
Yeah, because like 4 or 5 of us soaked it.
Yeah.
since you only need 2 people other than the person who has the debuff, ideally that's what you want to soak every time so that you're not, because I think getting more stacks is worse than that extra bit of damage that those 3 people will take then.
Yeah, it absolutely is. We don't want the entire side to suddenly get an extra stack. But that Quinn and Cell, how did that overwhelming flip thing work? Is that doable? for you?
Yeah, that seems kind of fun.
Because that made it so much easier. We can now drop stacks during the break.
Just to bring a little bit of a range of the crushing that's been kind of slapping our melee DPS. If you look at me and Ent over here, this is the maximum amount of distance to be sharing the damage from that. This is how close people need to be from where the tank is with the blue mark and where I am at Moon.
Okay, so
Yeah, you guys need to stay close unless it's the barrage, and then just split out so you don't get a stack. But otherwise, you need to be close to that jump thing. Really hurts.
Solo, also, if you get the frost debuff, you have to occasionally move or you will get frozen.
I hope people know that by now.
Yeah, I'm amazed at how many people I've seen lock up.
Why do I get frozen for 10 seconds in a bug?
But no, like, I know he wasn't in here last night, and this first time him raiding with us, and I saw him get frozen more
Yeah,
than
if you
once.
have the blue debuff, you have to keep moving if you have the green one, you're not.
1.
Frost sucks!
Poison people.
Ugh!
Poison people on the wrong side.
My power cannot be contained.
Spat, move over. Or Foxy.
Your tactics are pathetic.
Yo, when's this? When do I not have to run anymore?
Aggie and Spat clear.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the
Rush. Clearing.
Clear.
I will pierce your heart.
You got no debuffs right now, you should get some other people clearing here.
My power cannot be
Kitty clear, Trimo clear.
4, 3.
I'm solo.
1.
Oh, good. No one soaked for me, anyways. Thanks.
Spread out.
Version.
4,
Zach and
3,
Seth clear after
2,
this barrage.
1.
Too far away.
Time to wash away the
Rush.
filth.
Then alternates to stacks. Taunt.
Dolphy, you need to clear. U-Line and Solo Vulcan clear.
My power cannot be contained.
Solo green.
Momoda and Cell clear.
Need more people to soak. You can't just tunnel, motherfucking
4,
frost people.
Well, I saw, but I have 6 stacks, and they told me not to soak it.
Clear after this barrage. Shell and Turtle after this barrage.
I will
Aggie
pierce your
clear.
heart.
Poison sphere. Someone from poison come click here.
Wow.
My power cannot be contained.
Swipe it up.
I have no remnant.
Crushing reverberation pushed me into a mark that was inverted, and I pretty much just fucking.
Yeah.
Can you reset, Quinn?
Someone shouldn't have dropped that
2,
pool there.
1.
That's what it did.
3, 2, 1. Confirms my remnant, just like these bombs at the start.
So you have such different of a colour to, change the stacks as it were. More the 2 things in the middle of the side.
You are unfit to grovel.
Me and
before
Briga had
my
3
queen.
ranged within 10 yards of us that did not move, and we died because of
Would it make more sense to just like have like 3 people on both sides, like always assigned to soak those, and then just clear?
That would be good, but the only problem is with the inversion sickness, they might switch, and then you might not have them. Because that's something I was worried about earlier. I was thinking about that.
Like, we have so few melee, this shouldn't be a problem. And I wouldn't expect melee to be running out 30 yards to do this. But I think we just need to call it out when that's happening, so that it's like noted, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it needs to be called out like 5 seconds before it has to be called out.
Yeah, I think that's just like, because like, honestly, the barrage really isn't a big deal to call out, because there's like a big wind up on that ability. It'd be almost impossible to miss that happening.
People aren't intentionally letting someone die, they're just not remembering and tunneling, yeah, so it's not that they're maliciously doing it, they just need to be poked. And
Yeah, remember, everyone needs to be involved with the soaking. Not all at once, but like
just
everyone
like
needs to.
everyone needs to be using their personal cooldowns almost on cooldown. There is so much damage happening constant in this fight. If you're not using your personal cooldowns, you're doing no. Especially any point, it's like, I can reduce my damage by 20%. Why the fuck is this not on cooldown?
Yeah, this is definitely a fight where you could pretty much use it as it's up and be okay.
Literally.
If you have a 1 minute defensive, good idea. You
We'll use our trinkets. Oh, someone's waiting.
5, 4,
What's up,
3,
kitty?
2, 1.
Shit! Went to the wrong side almost right off the bat. Compromise the integrity of the crusade.
Green side, get closer to the tank.
Tell me what to do.
You gotta be right up his ass.
What do you know?
Yeah, that was nice. That was a good split.
So
it's
Jill
out.
goes in the middle.
It's not like you're still again.
Good, I got a cooldown here.
Remember,
Zach,
healers,
you line, dump your stacks.
healers don't focus on soaking unless you get it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We have plenty of range.
God, it's so loud.
After this barrage, me and DE drops.
Such an
that was a tank pull.
Goblin, move to the middle, please.
Oh, you're talking about
Is it
my
green?
lovely Cultiran form?
Drop your
Shit! Why is my tranquilities always interrupted by such nonsense?
Solo green.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Conversion spread.
Get healed, you bitches!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to wash away the filth.
After this barrage, Mo Murda and Cell drop.
Self shout.
Balls!
Aggie and Dolphy drop.
Quinn needs to soak in the next troops.
I need to drop.
I'm about to drop myself if he doesn't call me.
Fallon, Kitty drop.
Be contained.
I don't have any
Shit, I can't do that. I'm gonna die.
Tactics are pathetic.
Free buffing you alone. Oh yeah, my problem.
I'm gonna drop.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Head face knee drop!
Time to wash away the filth.
Whatever. Should have done it myself.
Pierce your heart.
Thanks, Bruce! You hate me! Dick!
Foxy drop.
I know! There's a stacking fucking dot on this that like everybody has. You can see it on my raid frames maybe, this small number.
Bot.
And like,
Never mind. Dolphy.
God, I
bot.
wish I need to adjust the sound on that. Bruce is calling
Help,
people
Blue.
to go do it because it starts an AoE explosion when they do it. And you're not supposed to do it till you have high stacks, but the higher your stacks get, start taking a lot more damage after like 5. Bullshit.
Mark's going out right after this.
Rev Kibby drop. Oh, that's gonna fucking kill us. What?
Crushing was huge. Ouch.
Yes, sweat up.
Can you reset Quinn?
Yeah, I will join that shit after this raid.
Sorry.
I wish
What's
that
kinda
they
lame
weren't on
about that-
fucking
about the
Herod.
Marks
Like,
there is, like,
that server's
as soon as
already
it comes
high
off of
population, and it hasn't even, that game hasn't even launched yet, like, for fall. And it already has, like, genuine, like, massive population.
Yeah, like, because I was watching
More
it
so
trying
than
to
the
as well as
other
dead, I was just
East
looking to see when
servers.
it happened, but like the cooldown will go off, but she doesn't necessarily
I'm out
mean
of
she's
range.
casting.
I
biggest
have,
problem there was
so
we had
I'm
a lot of
really
trouble
hoping that
securing
they
under the
choose
boss,
Thalnos,
so
Yeah, fall
because
in melee very quickly.
I got to the two greatest names. I mean, I'm gonna change my warrior from being Brigga to Gumbercules, so I'll have the power of both Gumby and Hercules combined.
Reloading quickly.
And I got that name saved, and then I also have the name Heal'em saved on that server. Here's the other more awesome part that, yeah, I gotta change this shit. The other more awesome part is that, what do I want to put there then?
Well, mine's not showing because when I promoted someone earlier, I had to disable it because it just fucking interfered with it. So I should save it.
Mine's working.
Fairlina, on Fairlina, somebody already had the name Heal'em. So, couldn't get it, and I was disappointed that I couldn't get it, and then the thought occurred to me, holy shit, there's somebody else on this server who wants to be Heal'em. I want to meet them as well. Like, let us band together. This is how the MM forms. Like, so I'm pretty jazzed. I can't decide which is better. Like, do I try to be Heal'em, or do I go to the other Heal'em already and like combine our forces? But I couldn't get Gumbercules on that server, so I only have Brigga.
One thing people need to remember is if you get the javelin, try to move it more towards the middle. Don't like back up and hit other people with it, because then somebody from the opposite side has to go through everyone to try.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that at the end of the night. I didn't know if I could join it or not, because I was never a big name like Casey. I mean, Aggie's a guild leader.
Is there enough room for like people to like cross that path?
I want to see something real quick. Seven polls in about an hour.
I guess it counts.
Oh, righteous.
Sometimes kind of in between triangle.
Old Katie coming back.
Blue and orange.
That's incorrect, Turtle.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. The javelin, once it hits someone, it's
I get really
it applies whatever mark it is. So if it's a frost javelin, it applies a frost mark. If it hits someone of the opposite color, then it'll trigger an unstable mixture. Once it does that, anybody
is
can
Gaishal there?
So I'm reading a guide, and it says an alternative, like the WoW guide. Says alternative strategy is to let the bolt hit whoever is closest to the boss.
Just Blaze.
In your
I wish
group
we could find
and
Just
quickly
Blaze
remove
ever
the bolt.
again, but
this
that's
will
never
trigger
gonna happen.
one unstable mixture per bolt, which should be easily countered by healers.
Okay, cool. I love that.
So I used to be slightly in touch. Yeah, probably. Or you know, a strong chance he could have been shot. Oh what? No way.
As long as everyone is stacked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we should be.
Oh, what a cute kitty! She's trying to get the fly and torture it.
And then just when it hits someone,
she's the cutest little sadist I've ever seen.
And then
on just that person?
But she is a sadist.
It's just like normal.
Now the other one's in the
taking
mix,
damage
and
from
together
the
they're
color.
going to
But
peel the wings off of the fly.
If it hits the same color though, then it won't trigger the unstable mixture yet. So then at that point, it'll just if a frost hits a frost person, it'll still stun them, and they'll just get another frost stack. So then if someone at that point anybody can click it.
Same, I was just looking over the feast.
Oh man, are you guys excited for your wedding anniversary on
So does it just make the
coming
mixture on the
days? I
person that
probably
hits or on the person that
realized
clicks it is
as
working?
I was saying things,
Okay,
that's personal
cool, and
information not
that
to
should
be shouted to the world. So I'll just say when it happens.
Sell and Shell, you guys were good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, me and Quinn are figuring.
I actually forgot about it, which makes me. At first, I was like,
Ideally,
"Oh
though,
shit, am
for
I at
the-
that point in
for
my
the
life
bolt,
where I just
if you don't
I've
wanna
never
trigger
really
an
done
unstable
much for my
mixture with
birthday,
it,
so I'm like, it's just a
then
fucking
you
day.
want to bring it to the middle
Oh,
and have
dude,
someone
that sounds
from
like
the other
fun.
side
I Ren Fair
soak the
sucks.
bolt so it doesn't So they get hit with it, they take
I
the
go
extra
to like
stack, but they don't
medieval
trigger mixture.
times.
But
I also
think
want to try an
the
escape room
triggering
and
one
sensory
mixture
deprivation
would probably be
chamber, but
better.
I have this awful fear. Two things. Number one, that they won't open the sensory deprivation
Okay,
changer.
we're good.
Multiple daggers. Hell yeah. I want to make a costume. Oh, This is my wizard staff.
4, 3, 2.
I found it in the woods a long time ago in Montana. Fucking Frost! I hate Frost!
Remember, be right up your tank's ass.
Yeah, I'll do whatever. Dude, Aggie yells at me all the time because I, like, talk and send whispers
only
during
the tank that's
raid, and
sinking,
he's
so-
like, oh, you'd do so much better if you weren't doing that. I'm like, I'm doing pretty well, though, as is. And I'm a druid. Like, I used to play chess with DT while we were in raids. Like, we literally played chess in Blackwing Lair while I was tanking and he was healing. As far as I'm concerned, druid healing is set it and forget it. Oh, Christ. Remember that time I wasn't paying attention and got fucked?
Bar rev clear. Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Dolphy's a badass too. I really need to clear. Please let me clear.
Clear.
Goblin. Clicky, clicky.
Solo.
Why do I have to be Frost?
You call your color when you say solo, because we just let our blue one die.
Yeah, that's the normal. I thought they don't need some help from them.
Oh, that's rough.
Let that die.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, did he say solo? Then I saw the turtle.
Quinn, Soul, clear.
Stay with your tanks. If your tank's tanking, stay with them.
Quinn, Momurda, clear.
I can't clear.
Okay. Kidby, Dolphy, clear.
Cannot be contained.
Run druid and face. You're gonna blow.
Your tactics are
Wait, you died with 3 people soaking? What the hell?
Got a person in melee, they're all kind of like just spamming shit.
Foxy set
4,
clear.
Ah!
2.
End face this, end face that. End face made it out of the shitty trap.
Oh god.
Yeah, I can't save you, my man.
Zach and
Sorry.
Shao need to clear.
I can't save myself.
Javelin, cross javelin.
Zach, bot, clear.
It's over. Wait it up, there's like.
My healing gets like better every time, but still not enough. There's gotta be a setting for that.
We gotta
noise.
get better at spreading out for inversion.
Don't release.
5 of us are on top of each other.
What is this music
Okay,
I'm listening
I saw
to?
3 people. I think it was 3 people.
Jutsu.
Might have only been 2 people.
Oh, I know.
The frost
Habit sounds really
get
familiar.
frozen multiple times again.
Ash Kevron, kinda. I
Like,
don't know him.
You have to move on the frost side. The green
Poseidon?
side only moves
How about
when
that?
needed.
I'd love to
Like,
see that guy
you know,
back.
when the stupid-
Isn't it?
Yeah, like
Oh,
even
this cat is
jumping
adorable.
is considered moving. Because if you get frozen and the bolts come out, you're gonna get hit and
Kiona! Ah!
Pools mark, or like where those first 2 circles go. When the tank is
Kiona.
trying to spin it
I would say hi to
around
him.
facing to the door.
Just push him
there's
back.
barely any
I was in
room there.
box
Yeah,
with
I'm
him
gonna
for a
push
bit
back
if he's
with
the
it.
shaman that I'm thinking of. I don't know Opal. Oh, is that other guy, other Kevin coming back, you think? Or have you heard anything about him? He was playing
Is that
that
too
game
far?
super
No,
hard.
too far.
That's
What
fine.
I
the
don't
fuck
think
is
so.
this?
Yeah, like when we're moving up there, it also works the first time around.
Yeah.
so there's a crush during that.
I feel like that's Acadia name? That's not a person
pushed
that was
back
in
into
Ruin at
one
one
of the
point?
pools.
So I'm watching how many people. I'm looking at how many people got hit by bolts during overwhelming barrage. That has to come down. We have to get hit by that less.
Oh, I'm trying
No,
my
no,
hardest to
no,
do
no,
so
no,
many
I'm
fucking
also
things
stupid.
at once. It must be
I
really
can't keep
goddamn
on top
easy
of
to push
5,
DPS buttons instead of watching healing bars and also trying to fucking deal with. Oh, I'm gonna choke you. I'm gonna choke you. I'm gonna choke you someday. I'm not gonna really choke him. I'm not that violent of a person, but god damn it, it makes me feel better to say it.
Oh, that was nice. Good job.
My power cannot be
For
contained.
soaks.
Wait, I'm a healer. I don't have to soak.
Thank you.
Turtle DE drop.
There we go.
Full
That's what's
Truma
up.
drop. After this barrage, after this barrage.
1. Time to wash away the filth.
Trumo.
I would tell everybody my secret, but I don't want them to. I
Toss javelin.
don't want them to
Put the
know
javelin.
to be able to be as cool as me.
Poison side has to stand still. Opposite of green side.
The low
Soaks
green.
are out.
4, 3,
Green solo.
2,
Cleanse
1.
after.
Inversions are out.
Well, it's a good thing I moved out this time.
4, 3,
Quinn Aggie needs
2,
to cleanse.
1.
Time to wash away the filth.
Sheikah. Hiya! Bad.
Aggie DE cleanse.
You kidding?
Spat. Shall cleanse. Spat shall.
You're fucking me.
My power cannot be contained.
Stack. Soak.
Turtle. Maul murder. Cleanse.
Deep breaths, Zach. Peaches. Deep breaths.
4,
Zach,
Deep
3,
breaths,
drop
and
your
you'll
stack.
get through this.
1.
Time to wash
I
away
didn't get a stack, I'll keep tanking.
Keep a song in your heart,
Cell.
and everything's gonna be okay.
such an easy
Toss javelin.
target.
Fox, Seth, Briggs, drop your stacks.
I don't want to be on the frost side.
Yeah, not so many people say that.
It costs me so
Spread
much.
out. Kitty, Quinn, drop your stacks.
Hiya!
Then we'll drop next
Just
round.
pop a res on someone.
Is that the best
Good
you
action.
This one facing towards the door.
Trumo, Mo murder,
4,
drop your stacks.
3,
Are we wiping?
4,
2,
3,
Keep going
1.
for now.
2, 1.
No.
the filth?
I must get closer.
Huh.
Bara, Shall, drop your stacks.
There wasn't poison there when I rezzed you.
Liar.
I mean, I
Wipe
wasn't
it up.
standing in poison.
Wipe it up, wipe it up, wipe it up.
It's not like I walked into the poison stack and waited there and then used my battle res slyly.
Survival.
Still do that.
Is that why you suddenly jumped up to like 12 fucking stacks?
If you're on
Never.
if you're on a pool that's like your own color, you will get stacks really fast.
So when we're soaking those
fucked
colors,
up.
do you get stacks while you're like waiting to soak? Like, do you
No.
want to soak last
Okay,
second?
so when you're soaking the overwhelmings, the big circles that target, theoretically, the only person who should get a goddamn stack is the guy who actually has the debuff. You don't have to be like pixel fucking them to soak. You just have to be inside of their circle that's following them around.
Oh,
If you
5-minute
walk
break.
with
Yeah,
them and
Jiraiya
stand
was
not
a
directly on
hoarder.
the
No,
pixels, but off to
priest.
the side,
Jiraiya
when
was a
it goes
priest in
off,
Ruin, but I'm
the
pretty
pool
sure he's a
takes second
shaman
to
when he's
grow.
actually
You can get away
hoard.
without getting a stack from the pool. If you're just pixel fucking them, you're gonna get like 5 stacks before you can get out.
Problem is
Okay,
that
right.
I'm usually still running it in
If
jobs.
Jiraiya's coming back, like,
I
I keep trying to get
understand, I'm
Kasame to
just
come
saying,
back.
it's doable.
I talk to him on
Like,
Steam
there's
all
a
the
lot of
time,
Stacks.
It would absolutely
and
be
I'm
like a
like,
thing.
come back and beat Horde.
like,
If you go Horde, help me
Also,
toll.
like,
If you go
I'm really
Alliance,
running out all the way out there. Like this
you
really
play
has to
with
be in
me
the
and help me
range.
murder people
We have
as the
far more
warriors of
range
the
than
Alliance.
melee, which is like never gonna happen again.
Yeah.
So let's take advantage
I'm
of this shit.
so.
This is like I understand you're losing DPS, but melee leaving is like 100% of their DPS is
We were
gone until
talking
they get
about
back.
this the other
And
day.
this fight has a
It's
6
so
minute
crazy
niche,
when you
so
go to make your
we
character
have
and
a
it's
very
like,
short
shit.
window to actually kill this.
There's seriously
But
only.
let's take a break, calm down.
There's seriously only 5 classes in fucking World of Warcraft at the time for pretty much. Dude, the greatest moment I've ever had in my like entire World of Warcraft experience that was like totally just like out of the blue. I was in Ungoro Crater leveling. It was like the first fucking time I had actually like gone out to quest after running Zul'Farrak 3 million times, and somebody explaining to me finally that instances were a really small thing of experience in comparison to questing. And I was like, wow, that explains the last year and a half. And then, so that was that. But I was in a Ungoro Crater, and this fucking like orc warrior of like much higher level, he was a skull, was like running me down, and he wasn't killing me very quickly, but he was just like constantly charging me. He'd hamstring me and hamstring him. Like we'd be walking away, but he was definitely gonna kill me. He was just fucking around with me, and all of a sudden he just stops, and I hear that like whoosh sound like from like kidney shot or cheap shot or whatever, the open cheap shot, because that's the opener. 2 gnome rogues. And like the better part is, and it's like something I had never seen before, and then when I told Casey about it like way later, he was like, yeah, that's something they do. 2 gnome rogues, both using sprint, and they just were fucking running in circles around him, and I just sat in awe and like watched it, and it looked like 2 piranhas just like fucking shredding a cow. Like he didn't hit any of them. He just kept like slowly turning back and forth, and like they just ate him up. And then went back in stealth and ran away. And I was just like, ah! Yeah, it was such an amazing moment. Dude, oh my god, gnome rogues. That is what made me make Gumbercules my gnome rogue. Is like that moment is I was like, I have to make a gnome rogue. This is insane. Yeah, humans have all. Yeah, I just can't play a human in the game, but I recognize that humans have the best racials. I mean, night elves are pretty good, but I just can't. I just have such a draw to dwarves in like any game. Warhammer, everything. I just love dwarves. Yeah, I'm in such a fucking pickle because I only leveled in instances. I actually have not done any of the quests until about like Teneris-ish, like late Teneris. So the first half of the game I have not ever really quested through. I remember getting out of Lochmodan, and being like, man, I fucking hate this. But I just wanted to play with other people because I really like that shit. Man. Yeah, I talked about leveling groups and like, or at least like leveling with some people, and everybody was immediately very dismissive. But this guild is super dismissive of all kinds of stuff. There's a couple really nice people, but most of the people just don't talk, and when they do talk, it's to tell you to shut up. And I'm like, that's not cool. Let's make jokes. Let's talk about what it would be like to, I don't know, play a tuba with your ass. I don't know, something funny. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's just that because we used to have 40 people, it seemed like there was a lot more personality in the raid, but really it was like we had 2 of what the raid is now, basically. Like, I mean, we're only at like 20-ish, 25, so I never really thought about it like that. Maybe the ratio of people that actually talked, said things like chair, desk, couch, fuck lamp, chair, desk, fuck couch lamp. I can't remember the combination that got you in trouble, but I remember the night. Also, I don't remember the conditions, but I believe you had said it was somebody from the guild, and I was like, in Ruin? We say a lot of stuff, and like that's like the like we say a lot of risque shit, and that is just not one of the ones I would put up there. And like, whew, worried. I'm worried this person's mean, cruel, probably shouldn't be allowed to yell things in general. Chair desk lamp fuck, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought, no, wasn't it in guild chat? And then you got reported, and then we were talking about it in BWL. I thought, maybe. Well, you would know more than me, but I just remember it was a wild night. It was like the night. It was like the same energy as the night that when TM got kicked from the guild. Finally, me, Casey, and Haley and Vedran were all in like guild chat, and we kept yelling, we kept typing, we're not gonna take it, and then we kept blasting the song at everybody's vent channels and just joining and being like, this is the wildest party. Oh, let's see if anybody will remember.
Yeah, that's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, also.
It's for you. It's for you, man. Oh, I thought I put it out all as one word. It's like an idea. I like to think of it as like the chair desk lamp fuck idea. It's all like a singular concept that comes at you, and individually each word is like, but when it comes at you all at once, you're like, ah! And you just can't handle.
2,
Take a
1.
30-second break before these people notice. So, thing that almost happened there that probably would have been really bad is at first when you said yell it, I thought you meant in Discord. And so I literally was like this close to holding down the key and being like, and like I was gonna yell it, be like, well, Min requested it. And then I realized you meant in game and was like, oh yeah, it'd be a real dick move to scream in everybody's ears. They already don't like me a lot. There's no way that I'm winning any friends on that one. I like had my hand over the button. Nobody would know. I'd be like, shit, how'd she get that message out of our raid? Who is Grizzly Shot and why aren't they in here? I don't know who Grizzly Shot is, but he sounds like a great guy. Hi, Zach! It's been such a tough adjustment to the fact that everybody's like, Zach, do this. Zach, do that. Zach. And I'm like, I don't like that these people have inside tracks and information. But then I'm like, whatever, the government knows everything already. There's probably like 5 other people that already have my total identity just like marauding about. And I say marauding because I'm most likely the good one. What? 3 no's? 4 no's? Oh shit, I forgot to unmute Discord. forgot I had Discord muted for a minute. What was that? Was that ready check to continue?
Does a ready check to do normal?
Oh, I meant no. Sorry.
Neither ready.
No, I do not have a desire to do normal anymore. If I do, I'll run that shit elsewhere. Oh my gosh. Heroic's fun. Man, I should have left that shit unmuted.
It's just gonna
Whoops.
take people.
Just like one thing I would want out of normal, and it's never gonna drop.
A lot.
It's a lot of time invested for nothing.
So
trying to keep the rate under 6.
Somebody the other week was like, "Well, go for other people to help other people get gear."
Say we get a normal
I was like, "Where the fuck was everybody when I was asking to like when I was putting together Heroic Ashara or when I fucking put together raids on the weekend?" And like, I know you and other people are working, but like, where the fuck is everybody else who's like, hey, help each other with gear? Like, join my pug then, you fucking bitches. Oh, I'm in.
It's when I throw you a free T-shirt, Bruce.
Ooh, hell yeah!
Is that fucking min?
No, fuck you.
Get fucked. No, for real. There's a fucking free T-shirt day event on the calendar for tomorrow. What the fuck is
what?
I don't know if I'm gonna get involved.
Vendors have been spotted in several locations throughout Azeroth selling T-shirts for free.
You get an asshole with a cannon and he shoots at your face.
Yeah, straight at your face. So like,
I'll be there to protest this because a lot of trees probably died to do all this.
Fuck the trees.
It'll be so effective, Briga.
Why would trees die for it? I mean, are you made of cotton?
Trees have to die for everything. Who do you think works those cotton farms? Tree slaves.
So it's not the little people?
Briga, I am so confused at that statement.
Me and my kind need to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do Heroic Warfront.
Oh, I'll do that.
Yeah. We probably need like 15 people, I think.
We're gonna need 25. The boss is a fucking whore this week.
Oh, really? Because last time we did it was what, 20?
Wait, it changes? I thought it was.
Last time we did it with like 17, I think.
No, this chick is fucking hardcore.
How often does Warfront reset?
2 weeks? 1 week?
Couple weeks.
We got 2 days.
Oh, I think it's just every time the Warfront itself resets, like from the war effort.
Well, yeah, it's like every 2 weeks.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, Rob.
DE reinvite me.
Yo, DE.
Yeah, same, buddy.
Yes.
We found Wentz.
Wow.
Wentz turned up today.
I have Terrace on Real ID.
Yeah, I have him on Facebook too.
Man, are you coming back for Vanilla or Classica?
That's what your mom said.
Zing. Are you though?
No, I'm hanging out in fucking Ruin Vent for the first time in like 7 years for not playing fucking video games.
Booyakasha!
I fucking leave for Atlanta like 2 days after, but whatever. I'll get it installed. I have my name saved in all 3 servers.
I was gonna say, has anyone figured out what the fuck server we're all playing on yet?
Well,
your mom.
Just now we're
It's
going
not a server, man.
They opened up a new
Heroic raid,
PvP,
Heroic fucking
Eastern
Warfront.
server.
And it's called your mom.
Probably changed my
You
name.
better be your mom. Even I want to be on there.
How does one do that while it's going?
Horde or Alliance?
Alliance, obviously.
Alliance, so I can be pretty.
There's only one faction that contains the ultimate race, so any other one is a joke.
Oh, you fucking reverting to merciless midgets again?
Oh yeah. I'm really hoping we play on Thalnos because I got a big surprise
Foxy,
for everybody.
You weren't a merciless midget, were you?
Oh god, no! I only have been playing this for like a year.
Oh fuck, I was gonna say.
I've heard the tales.
That doesn't mean that she doesn't
No,
have
I've
a
just heard the
promising
tales,
future.
They're famous. They're world famous.
Fucking filthy tall.
Did Casey ever tell you about the times that we were up until like 4 in the morning in Goldshire just fucking trolling all the newbies with no pants?
Oh my god. We're just great.
I've heard some amazing stories.
Man, I tried super hard last night to get the Berlinder strat going, but no one wanted to do it.
because people hate us.
I was in fucking AV and I was like, fuck this, we're doing Berlinder. And they're like, what? I was like, don't worry about it. Just go to this bunker. Nobody came. It was just
Casey, for real, you gotta join that Maha's channel because there's a bunch of Horde rogues looking for you just to talk.
Fuck, what is that?
Like tactical and oh fuck, Shang's rogue is turned.
Yeah, all these names. I forgot about all these people.
Is Maha playing Horde with all those people?
Yeah, well, yeah, he's still an old icon. I linked their Discord channel in the WoW class.
No, I joined it. Maha's House of Wisdom.
Yeah, there's a whole
Derek,
bunch
you're playing
of,
Classic, right?
Alliance and Horde, like even some old box. Katie is coming back. Like a bunch of old Kadia guys. Like Ghost was talking this afternoon and.
Well, Ghost is still around.
Yeah.
Ghost? No way.
Yeah.
Ghost is the one who rang the fucking gong on Dark Sphere, isn't he?
Yeah.
Dude, does he still play, or is it just?
Yeah,
he's coming
yeah.
back
There's a bunch of Kadia that are still active, but I mean they're rolling class.
Ghost was weird. Even when he stopped playing, I would still randomly see him hiding in biz, like around places. Like he still played the game, but just like I don't know.
Oh,
if he
you're not playing.
He would like just stealth around.
You just found him in like the basement of a Goldshire Inn on Argent Dawn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's so weird.
Itzy Jim is like retired under a tree somewhere in Elwyn Forest. Really.
Oh.
Like I literally parked her under a tree in Elwyn Forest.
There's a fucking odd chat channel on Maha's Discord
Go
called
DPS
PeachEPeaches.
What the hell is the name of that place?
Did you say Turtle?
Turtle, yeah, go DPS Turtle.
Okay.
What's to the right? Red Ridge.
Who is the boss this week?
It's a chick that has the yellow circles that you have to. So
Havits, Galang. Holy shit! Some of these names.
Schweeks.
Zeiss. Oh my God, Zeiss. And Zlen. Whoa, that's a throwback.
I only remember the really good player names and all the trolls.
I mean, I remember most of the fucktards from Icon.
Well, they've been active. They never stopped playing.
They went Horde at some point.
Yeah.
Like after Carrick and I joined Ruin, they all went Horde.
Oh, Carrick. There's a name I haven't heard of in forever.
That's my cousin, man.
Yeah, I remember that. Because I feel like you guys joined Ruin
together, yeah.
Yeah, you guys server transferred.
It was me. No, we didn't. We were on Darkspear. No, nuts. It was me.
That's not you guys I'm thinking of then.
Carrick, Stormborn, Majel, like OG Majel back in the day, and a couple others. And then everyone sort of petered out except for me and Majel.
Whatever happened to Majel?
Real life.
Is he under the ocean? He wasn't.
No,
in
he's
a sub.
No.
Man, I thought you were giving some awful allegory for dead at first.
Like he was in the Navy.
What, did they kill him? Who killed him? This is like a.
No, Brigga, shut up for a minute. I talked to Rosie.
That sounds about right. It's vanilla again, guys. Brigga, shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to pull.
I talked to his wife and like she's taking blame for him just up and quitting. Like she feels bad.
Dang.
Yeah,
just
kids.
be careful with this. This one's like actually like significantly harder than last week. So
what's the boss?
It's a chick. She puts yellow circle, the biggest.
Oh, it's Lady Leandrin. Fuck, the one that screams the same 2 lines over and over.
Yeah, you gotta soak those yellow circles, or we all die.
Fuck, man, what are you playing?
Man, I cannot remember.
I saved it on all 3
Whatever I was trying to
Yeah, I
servers
did
that
too,
you
but
guys...
I don't think anyone's really made a choice as to where anyone
Yeah.
is going.
Shoot,
I'm
I don't
just
think I
going
need
where
this stuff
anything-
like it is anymore.
If Herod was, they warned that Herod was really full, so they opened Stalag. You can switch. It's another Eastern PvP.
I assume they're gonna give us more servers. Just like does not seem like they're.
Are we not doing Thalnos or Faralina?
Thalmos is going to be full of like oceanic people for some reason.
Whoa, you don't like oceanic people?
What about white man?
Brazilians and
Brazilians.
This isn't Dota. They're probably good at WoW.
Well,
We claim what is
A
rightfully
bunch of big
ours.
Brazilian guilds
For
made
the
a post saying
Alliance.
like since nobody likes them, that they were publicly stating
I have
that they're
killed
gonna go to
thousands of your
Thalmos so
kind
people
before.
can join
You
or
are
stay.
no different.
They're containing themselves.
Fuck.
Well, I feel like the problem is the people who are in the actual
long
good
last.
guilds are not the people that you want to avoid.
So
That's probably the case.
on the server Thalnos, I was able to get the name Helam. But even more impressive, on the server Fairlina, somebody else had already made the name Helam.
It was probably one of us.
Oh my god, that'd make me so happy, because then I'll pay you for it, or just pay you to make the MM.
The streamers all ended up going to what? Fairlina. Like the big ones.
It's like a streamer hangout.
Yeah,
That's the
all
big
the
ones.
method tag people in Fairlina.
Like as whatever the fuck.
Asmongold.
and,
Yeah,
like,
he
Soap
made
Opera
two
went there.
on that one and one on Hero.
Sight and advocates on behalf of
He made a
Brazilians
joke
everywhere.
one on Reddit mad.
Yeah, but do we know where McConnell is?
McConnell's with.
Man, I'm such a good healer. All the healing.
We also need
about that.
Hey, remember we're about to get attacked down the middle from the Horde
It takes a
commander.
little bit. We can get get some people over to the mill and get some people to mine. Take them quick.
Expired years ago.
I'm going to the mine.
Do you think they just dusted
Whoever
those servers off?
Bro,
Or do you think they got new ones?
flags will fly over Arathi once
There'll be
again.
more servers.
Oh, I'm not a
sure.
boomkin. I don't have that thing.
But yeah, I'm gonna hop because Critical Role's going on. But yeah, you guys might want to hop into that Maha channel because there's some really
absolutely.
old school names in
Oh,
there.
it's fucking yeah. Just looking at the list, who's in that? Man, are you raiding with us though?
Yeah, because I'm a sadist. Like, what the fuck? But I mean, I don't know what my schedule's gonna be like. Like, I work from home,
I should say
so
you can play with us. I should.
yeah, I'm rolling a rogue because I like ganking lobies
You like
at
trolling
50%.
motherfuckers?
Yeah, and it's low commitment, and then
Oh yeah.
And you can get that call blade random drop, baby.
fuck yeah, Casey, you're getting me all. Whoo.
You can get Barman Shanker and crawl blade.
Get that fucking Thunder Fury.
Yo, I already have the
Dude,
leveling guide bookmark.
I'm
and
trying to get
everything.
Thunder Fury for like 10 fucking years.
Frig, I
Every
told you
time
I
I'm
got it
here.
in 2 weeks.
I know. She got like Thunder
Yeah.
Fury and Sulfuron on the same fucking run.
Yeah, I did. I got the eye. I got both bindings of the
insane.
eye on my page on the same day.
I got one binding in the eye on
Boss is heading to the
Bruce
base.
on the same day.
Boss is coming back.
I'm going
Oh,
to
once
do
you
that
hit level
after this
40 in
shit's over.
Muradon, you get that double strike sword. I forget what
Mine
it's
is 20%.
Oh yeah.
and
When you do the Berserker quest for Warrior, if you actually
Oh,
trek all the way out
that-
to the Badlands,
Yeah. Oh, that axe is so good.
We need to get back to base, guys. Like the boss.
On our
here.
way. Is
I can't click anything. For some
I'm a force of nature. You can't tell me what to do.
Is
And then
Reckoning
what?
Bomb still a thing?
Just
Yeah,
kidding, I'm
Reckoning
here.
Bomb.
Okay, wait.
No.
Oh, you're so ballsy!
I'm dead.
You're so ballsy!
Do we have a tank?
We have a turtle chaser who ran into the entire enemy army.
Yeah, you guys need to all get back. We don't have nearly half the raise on you.
Oh, shit's getting wild.
Soak these circles. There's one far away. We need to kill the ads. We need to heal the tanks. We only have 4 healers. I thought Dolphy was a healer, so we're probably gonna wipe over and over again.
You are no different.
No faith.
Oh man, what were you
Just know how
saying?
much
When,
damage this does.
when did they say AV's coming out? For like Lobotomizer and Unstoppable Force and all that?
Our barracks is ready to train our
Ooh,
forces.
and
Darkness
you know
cannot
MM?
abide within
Sorry,
the
go ahead.
light.
I was just gonna say I only know the schedule for the raid. I don't know what they're doing with PvP.
Soak orbs, please.
You know MM's gonna be depriving certain people of Grandmaster. You're gonna have to get on their good side too.
Survive a direct attack. Crush the horde's
Darkness
vanguard.
cannot
Just
hold
get it.
Does anyone want to do that grind though?
I was gonna say.
And
if they
I'm
bring
sure
that
there's
back,
so many people that are gonna do that shit.
It's so bad. You have to like schedule it with the other guys that want Grandmaster. So
Yeah.
you could like.
I mean, I don't think it was designed with that as the intention, but yeah.
There's actually, just to let you guys know, there's also, well, Dark Eyes posted it. There's a missing in action thread just trying to find people that are like missing.
Darkness cannot abide within the light.
Yeah.
What?
I already know like all the people that I used to play with. They're all dead and gone.
Like dead? Did you say dead?
Like real dead? We have one
That's
real
depressing.
Cannot abide within
No,
the
I
light.
actually do know one guy that I used to
Darkness cannot abide within the light.
I didn't think WoW had that high of like a rate up on it, but that was one of the lower hobbies.
Wait, did you say Drakon died?
By the light.
Yeah, he died like 2 years ago. Had a heart.
Seriously?
Yeah, Casey just told me about that a week ago, and I was like,
What?
what?
Darkness cannot abide within the light.
We're going to fail this, just so we were all on the same page about that. We had to kill the ads and we didn't, so she healed back to full from like almost done.
Drakon was he the
What
hunter?
Damn! D is so mad. It's gonna be okay. It's not a. We're gonna be fine.
Legendary bow, I think.
Stand in the circles!
Yeah, he was.
Don't let anything get away!
Put up an AoE?
Yeah. He got into a car accident, you said, or a heart attack?
Heart related.
Ah, Jesus.
Car accidents are gay.
Darkness cannot abide within the light. By the
One
light
of the OGs
be
in
purged.
IWS died of abuse.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I was surprised those people are still alive, and then I was thinking, oh, but they all play WoW. They don't like go out.
Darkness cannot abide within the light.
Maybe that's why they're all alive still.
Darkness cannot abide within
Darkness.
Never in quest.
Blah 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 blah
There's
blah
also
blah
a
blah
rogue
blah.
icon who passed away too.
She's leaving.
Alright, she's gone.
Wait, Maven died?
That wasn't what. Hold on, I'll find it.
They'll stand in the consecration.
What about Ghost? Is that guy gonna be? He's in Cadia.
Yeah, he's coming. We just talked about this.
Oh, I didn't hear that name when you were talking.
Gamoo.
Attack wave coming on the right.
What? Gamoo died?
Yeah, Gamoo died.
Fucking shit, he's the guy who got me into Icon. I worked with him.
Ew.
How the fuck did he die?
I don't know. Archigos told me this morning.
Jesus.
Health went to 0?
He
Yeah, that's
Too
accurate.
fucking soon. He was
Soon.
young. Jesus.
Thought that was a good one.
Couldn't have been more than like in his 40s now.
Whoa, 40s. Bucket in #1 tank. I meant Bakinator.
Collect those mats. Get shit buffed up ASAP.
Cat power. Don't want to heal at the moment, so I'm being a cat. Do do do. No! There's no way you're gonna get there ahead of me.
Hey Casey, I dropped that Discord channel for you.
Sucker! Baited.
Do you
Sorry.
have Hans on veteran? Because people were asking for him too.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's not gonna play, I don't think though. I would be so surprised if veteran played.
He beat the game though, right? Like he got Thunder Fury for real. He
had that Winter Saber mount, the rare one, right?
No, he never traded in his level 60 mount when they changed the models.
Yeah, I thought he had so he kept the old model, I thought.
Yeah, he didn't upgrade it, so he has the mount that you couldn't get after that. Oh, and he almost got Gladiator. He was 25 points away from the bracket to get Gladiator in Season 1.
Damn. I've been playing, so now, I mean, I haven't been playing Druid for that long, but whenever we do arenas, all I can think to myself is, how did DT do this by himself for 3 hours?
I forgot about that.
Oh, like, I'm just like so blown away. I'm like, what? How? Like,
I forgot about. For the uninitiated, DT was Dark Terror was an incredibly good and annoying resto druid in Ruin for a long time, and he once was in an arena match 2v2, I think, and his partner died. So he just ran around for 3 hours, not letting them catch or kill him, and they eventually rage quit.
Like literally 3 hours. Like 3 hours 27 minutes or something.
That's not an
That's a pro gamer move.
Like 3 hours and change. He just
He's
ran around.
so great. Pretty sure.
Yeah. I have to find a way to hook up my old.
It was Season 1, so.
From when I first started playing, I have so many screenshots.
Dude, I have my old screenshots. I have a video of Icon's first Ragnaros
forces
kill.
have absconded with crucial supplies. What say we supply
I've got a
the
video
thieves
of
with some alliance
Icon
justice?
and Ruin and a couple Horde guilds staging a 40v40 PvP bout on the top of Mount Hydel.
Satsuki he posted a video from when he did a tribute video for Ruin, and you see me the whole time DPSing Cthulhu, and I'm like, oh god, what am I doing?
What else do I have? Holy fuck.
I have one of me and 2 other people on small alts. Mine was Esteban, and we got TM to meet us in the middle of the Deep Run tram because we told him that he had to buy a license to sell essences. Where he kept sending him letters from my character named Esteban, and we were in a guild called the Cartel. It was like, you have to meet us in the Deep Run tram. And then he met us, and we were like, shit, we didn't expect this, and we didn't know what to do, so he just ran away. Just left him there.
There was a couple really late nights where me, Lou, and Mitch were up until like and Atmo. We had random ass people just going through Goldshire like level like, you know how the lobies are all like dueling? Be like, yo, have you seen my pants?
Where's my pants at?
Where's my pants? And it was like always post raid, so we'd all either be hopped up in caffeine or other things.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Gamer fuel.
Yes.
You remember the Mountain Dew, like the themed Alliance Horde Mountain Dew run?
Say that one, a themed Mountain Dew run?
It was like you could buy Alliance colored Mountain Dew and Horde.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Man, they have had some ridiculous plugs.
Stupidest promotion I've ever seen.
I remember when I went AFK during Molten Core to get a quickie, and I came back and you guys were still pulling trash.
Oh,
I remember Icon whispering Ruin, asking them to stop pulling BWL so we could kill the first boss.
Yep. I literally just put Lou, or I put like Temecula on auto follow, and I was like AFK for like 45.
That's why like the one thing I've thought about, like, man, maybe I should play a druid or something other than a warrior for classic. And then it's like, I don't know. I mean, me and DT used to play chess in a raid, and so like it was slow enough tanking that you could do that while raiding. So like, just keep that in mind. He was fucking healing like top healing while playing chess. Like that guy was crazy, but.
Wasn't there a Bejeweled add-on too, or
Yeah,
something?
Peggle!
I was just gonna say that.
Peggle!
Bejeweled add-on.
Fucking playing Peggle.
Dude, when Peggle swept the raid and like Agraville had to literally be like, all right, if you guys who are playing Peggle need to stop it and focus up on the boss. Like, that's like a serious discussion and be like, stop it. I can hear it sometimes when you talk.
In Old War, I just started playing Peggle like all the time. I got tired of raid leader just like yelling at everybody in between pools.
Oh man. Somebody had like a chess one with Warcraft 2 skins, and it was super basic, but you could play with anybody else who had the add-on, like anywhere in the world, and it was pretty great. Well, anywhere in your server, I mean.
Hey there. See you around. Good day to you. See you later. Arcanon Poros.
Was Cephs in ruin at
Do
one
not
point?
lose faith. The Naru have not forgotten us.
Pally?
Yeah.
How are you?
Dwarf Pally.
Have a good one.
He was
I
icon.
don't remember him.
He was an icon, I think.
Gotcha.
That name rings a bell.
He moved. He's in China now, so.
Do you think Robo Jarkeld will have built himself a better model by Classic? Maybe he'll be back.
No. He had a better voice.
Thing always crazed out.
Who are we talking about? That was like the most amazing thing ever in BC. Like our
No.
team could be offline and online, offline and offline.
Because
over
he
and
was
over
a
again for the
paladin, he
entire-
could tank so long being
His
offline.
I
concentration
remember
is
in
golden.
DC, fucking, we were doing Mount Hygel, and Jarkel disconnected right after the pull, like right after the boss arrived, and we fucking killed it with him AFK or disconnected, still tanking the
That
boss.
was every single week. He would literally come on and offline like over and over again throughout the entire fight, and then like we'd kill it, and he'd be able to get back online. And
He'd be like, "Oh,
What have
good,
I been
I got
doing?
the tag. I can
That's why
loot."
I've just been wandering
Like,
around a
we
while.
would just like trick him and shit, because tricks was a thing back then. That's when it first came out, and like. Yeah,
Oh, that
was
was fucking brilliant. I totally forgot about that. The pit lord boss, he disconnected one night, and we just kept tricksing him, and he tanked it. Because pally tanks were like fucking bulletproof back then.
Before me and Casey were friends, our first interaction was him being super irate that I couldn't hold aggro on the dragon in BWL. Because TM made me go first, and I had like all blues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait for
Irate
5
quit.
Sunders, motherfuckers.
And then everybody was
Irate.
like, "Slow down, Casey!" Like, or slow down, Emma.
Can't wait for that shit.
I was just jealous of that mode because he had like tier 1.
Well, if Sheik's attacking, I'm gonna attack it too. I don't know. He had Shadow Meld though, so he could do it. I think. I didn't know that.
I have a screen cap. What the fuck
Nice.
is that guy's name?
Well, I can get a hold of Infinity.
Emma, who is the dude in Vanilla that we all went out somewhere and there was like 10 alliance rogues surrounding him? It was a warrior. And like he did a video. There was like 10
Lethal?
rogues.
Lethal?
Was that who it was? Lethy? Or was it Lethal?
Like
I
10
vaguely
rogues all at
remember seeing
once.
that video.
So Lethal
It's wild.
was Krelix, which was Bass
Lethal was a pally.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, it was Basspath?
Surrender.
Yeah, Bass
My
Path
man
bought
will spare
Lethal's
your
account
life.
when Lethal quit. Never! And then it was Krelix
I want to say
slash...
I knew that.
I thought Lethal went off to like vodka.
Some rather large and hostile wildlife has wandered onto the field.
He might
The
have?
hunt is on.
God damn, you know, we're talking 15 years ago, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is hard to remember for
Fucking
something.
hell.
I remember
Been a
watching
time.
him solo the Reaver dude in Hellfire and just being like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then immediately after that, he's like, I'm going to vodka buy.
It's been real.
Who's the big horde guild in vanilla? Was it Clockwork or some shit?
Midnight Reveries, Nox Eternae, Hammer.
Artful Death was a big
Artful
one.
Death.
On DE.
So, do you remember, like, when servers were first coming up, like, I want to say pretty much what we're getting in vanilla, like, you knew a horde raid was coming through Darkshire because everything lagged?
Yep.
Yeah.
Back before, before sharding, but more to the point before battle groups. So,
You
like,
knew Artful Death was coming through.
On your fucking...
Yep.
The very first week when they launched Crossrealm Battlegrounds is the first, and it was the only time I've ever been in another battleground with another Brigga, and it was a female dwarf warrior, and we were in a Wrathy Basin, and we just ran around together, and it was so glorious.
I wonder if they'll... Have they talked about whether you can wall walk in
And walk through walls?
No. Wall walk, like that stutter jump thing where you could climb walls in vanilla?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean what you do in Skyrim?
The bullshit sit-stand stuff where you lag the game but really be fucking behind people murdering them.
Well, there was a bug I remember even in BWO where you could walk through walls if you just walk to the right angle for like 5 minutes, and me and Haley would do that while Aggie's talking, and sometimes we just fall through the wall. I don't know if that's still a thing or not.
I just remember...
It's like, where did they go? Oh, they can't be around.
Wait a minute, Casey, remember when we got stuck in the wall and the GM just ported us to Orgrimmar?
Yes.
No, more important than that was when they joined our BWO raid.
Yes, that was the same thing. That was the same and then Atmo and I got like bugged or something? Is that what happened? And then they ported us to Orgrimmar, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Back when GMs were like dicks and it was funny.
Back when they didn't... Yeah, they actually had characters.
Well, they had those blue-robed characters that could fly around and shit.
Yeah, they were also like assigned per server, so they like knew like guilds.
Yeah, it was the same like 5 guys.
I must get closer.
Yeah. Nowadays they just text. I'm pretty sure they don't even have characters.
They don't have well, they do have avatars, but they like never actually...
There was one that was quitting or something on Darkspear, and he showed up in front of Orgrimmar.
Just started giving shit away.
Nah, he was fucking with everybody. Like, if he wasn't quitting, he was getting fired. But he spawned like Nyxia, who's like fucking 20 times bigger than she normally is. Threw everybody up in the air, froze them in the air, slammed them on the ground, killed everybody, shit like that.
So basically, he's a raid boss.
Oh, I'm
he did
so...
that shit for like 20, 30 minutes.
I just remember wall walking, you used to be able to get outside of Alterac Valley and run to the edge of the map. And I would do it all the time, and people would start whispering me like, how the fuck did you get out there? Because on the map, you'd be like way the hell off to the edge by...
We need to get inertia back.
You could,
Casey said he might be dead.
Really? Wow.
No, in prison.
Oh, in prison for murdering somebody else. That was it.
Wait, what?
That's what Aggie said. He said inertia was like in raid, and then he's like, I gotta go kill my neighbor, and never came back. So
he was a warlock, right?
Yeah. It's a really good one.
He was good.
He was a warlock. Let's be honest.
He
DC.
He legit played Alterac Valley for over 30 hours straight. I played with it. After a raid, we went into an Alterac Valley together, played. I got up the next day, went to school, came back, and then he was in it, and I was like, hey, oh man, cool, we got in another one again. He's like, no, I've just been here. And I was like, no, you haven't. And he showed me a fucking picture at the end when we had won, and it was like he had been in it for like 32 hours straight. Just like in Alterac Valley, just killing the shit out of people.
Single Alterac Valley game.
Oh man.
God, I hope they fix that.
No way, I want that so bad. I loved those long Alterac Valleys. Ram Riders. I want to have a use for those things again.
Yeah, there.
PvP was pretty prestigious when I was server only. Like everyone knew each other.
Who was the Ruin Paladin that had Sulfur?
Asher?
Fuck. No.
No.
Start with a Z.
Zandango.
Oh.
There you go.
Sandy, wow.
Yeah, I used to
Sandy.
see him outside of Ironforge dueling people and just fucking them up.
I forgot about Asher. Holy shit.
Looking for something specific?
Was that Nego Gunner? Was that his name?
So Asher,
I'm not sure what his real name
that's
was.
like a really fucked up situation, Asher.
How so?
Like, do you guys remember Roxy?
Safe travel.
Yeah, I was aware of that whole fucking
Roxanne.
situation because of DT at the
Like,
time.
she moved to Australia for him.
Yup.
And he got
I was
super,
close with
like,
her.
abusive. Like, super abusive. And so she moved back to the United States, and that's when he, like, disappeared.
To be fair, it wasn't like she was totally. I'm like not defending him though, but she was also fucking with DT hard, like leading him on, and she
Yeah.
put him through a lot of emotional
she was leading
shit.
Kevin on too, but he won't admit
She was
to it.
doing the same to me. Hate to break it to
Asher
you.
was like an asshole.
He was.
Openly, so we shouldn't be surprising.
No.
He was
With a name like Toby.
Had a lot of girls in
Yeah.
Tate.
No, Tate was kind of cool. I mean,
She was
she
cool.
married
Oh, I
Max.
thought you just said
So,
girls
I have
from
a
Ruin.
story about Tate. Tate straight up unfriended me on Facebook when she went through this whole hating WoW phase, and she's like, it's ruining people's lives, blah blah blah, and she straight up unfriended me, but Neutrino is still friends with me, and then they popped out 2 babies.
Damn, good on him.
She hits me. She's like a streamer now. She hits me up from time to time to like watch a stream, and I'm like, it's cool. But...
Roxy's been like married like 4 times.
You tell her
at
you
this
don't even
point,
watch your
last time.
boyfriend's stream? Oh, I'm sorry, Bar. We have like a second delay between us, and then I start talking, and then like you start coming through my ear. And I'm like, shit.
Who was the
Whispering
warlock
sweet
chick
nothings.
that was like BC time frame?
Warlock check.
Female
Yeah.
warlock?
Female warlock.
You might be confusing yourself with Infinity.
No,
I mean,
Harry's
Hugo is kind of a girl.
I saw her titties. I know it was a girl.
It's not proof of anything.
There was that chick mage who always caused drama when
She
we were in
was
Molten
big time
Core.
friends, I think, with Satsuki too.
Haley wasn't a girl though.
Yeah, Haley wasn't a girl.
No, Satsuki.
Yeah, no.
Was it?
Oh yeah, Satsuki. He wouldn't talk, right? And then he's like,
That's
"I'm
a dude. Yeah, that's
Satsuki's a dude, yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
Right? For the longest time though,
Yeah.
he would say like, "I'm a girl," and then he got too scared, I think, to reveal it on
You got
comms.
boob
And then
pictures from
one day I was like, "Ah."
You got some guy named Charles sending you titty pics.
Dude, when I was
No.
playing
What
on
the fuck was her name?
when I was on the roleplay server, I mean, it's like there's role players are always fucking. They're literally having erotic roleplay like all the time. You could
I
you
feel
could catch
like-
them all the time. But like we had a quote unquote girl in our guild, and for like years I kept saying to these other people, I was like, dude, she never talks on vent. That's not a girl. And like one day when he finally was like, oh no, and like posted his real pictures, and there was like 3 or 4 guys in the guild who had like regularly had erotic roleplay intercourse with her his characters, and it was like the breaking thing of our guild. It was like, well,
Fucking A.
that's over.
I feel like most people have a story about like getting or receiving
Who
like
was the Asian?
from other
Hunter.
players.
Arcadia had that dreamers thing.
There was
Oh,
an Asian.
Kiara?
Yeah, there you go.
Kiara! Oh fuck, I remember that name.
She had a thing going on with Shawnee, and then that got really messy.
Torture and the people from the sleepers. If any of them, I really like those dudes. Those were like the people that taught me a shit ton of stuff when I didn't know anything. They told me that going to instances nonstop is not the way to level, and I was like, I'm level 43. I appreciate the advice.
Yeah,
Fuck.
there was Kiara. Oh, fuck.
I'm trying to remember that chick's name.
Kiara was a hunter, right?
Yeah, she was a hunter.
There was a
and then there
fuckload
was
of drama
Shawnee.
surrounding her.
Krazakan.
Yeah. That's Uncle Dave. Uncle
Yeah.
Dave is...
Fucking mask.
Uncle Dave. I'm friends with Uncle Dave on Facebook. He's normal.
Tell him to come play. He had-
Dude, he's
such a
like
lovely
gym-
voice.
He's fucking a gym teacher, man. He's not gonna come back.
Oh, fuck. Who
Oh,
do I have on
Remiz.
Facebook. I've got Min. I've got fucking
Remiz and
Roxy on
Tears.
Facebook.
Talk to them a lot.
I've got Majel and his wife.
I'm out of range.
Carrick doesn't have Facebook.
Oh, and
DT
Just
doesn't
Blaze.
check his
Does anybody
Facebook.
remember what happened to Just Blaze? Infinite?
So, I have a story about Just Blaze.
Please, please. I want any of the Just Blaze Chronicles.
My husband went to high school with it.
What? You went to high school with Chris?
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
He's probably dead or in jail.
I mean, yeah.
Like, and we looked up, like, I kind of creeped on Facebook. He's not on Facebook. I don't think he's turned up at any of their high school reunion. Chris is gonna find out. Yeah. But I think he might be dead. Or in jail.
Remember when his girlfriend deleted all his like gear?
Yes.
Yes.
And his mom emailed him how the game's for devil worshippers because it has warlocks.
Yes.
That was a lot of people's moms back 15 years ago.
Dude, when my aunt found out I was playing fucking Diablo, she talked to my parents for so long. Like, the game is literally called Diablo!
She's just trying to save your soul.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to play WoW back when it came out. Like,
Anyone else massively lagging?
Yeah, everyone. This always fucking lags like crazy.
My mom did not like when I played Resident Evil 2.
Darkness cannot abide.
This game's so scary.
I would have like friends come over who were like 3 or 4 younger than me, and they were just, my mom would be like, "They can't be here. Like I'm barely letting you play this." I'm like, "You let me watch Alien when I was 5, and I can't shoot zombies."
Man,
It's bloody. Alien was like, I mean, it's also bloody.
I can't do Alien anymore.
For like a week.
Soak those things.
I fucking love the Alien series forever, and then I was reading this thing, and it was from like Ridley or Ripley Scott, like the dude who wrote it or made it. And
Scott.
yeah, and he was talking about how. Thank you. Yeah, that's the word for movies. But he was just like, oh, yeah, to make Alien unsettling, I just thought to myself, well, what's really unsettling? Men being impregnated forcefully and it exploding out of their chest. And from there on out, I was like, oh wow, cool, I can't watch the Alien series again without ever thinking about like men being forcibly impregnated.
Luckily, that's not it.
Do you like the Twins movie?
Which one's that?
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Oh, that's the one where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant or whatever.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Movie is so funny.
That's
Oh my
another
God, I
one.
haven't seen
I've
that
never
one.
seen that.
Yeah, that's the one I was actually thinking of, not Twins.
You should. The sex scene where he gets pregnant is pretty fucking badass.
I'm definitely gonna watch that Hulk Hogan nanny movie tonight though, because I haven't seen that in forever, and I need Hulk Hogan in my life.
Everyone needs a little Hulk.
Min, do you remember a shaman named Cyclonic?
I remember that name.
Yeah, I remember that name too.
Y'all kill me.
It's fucking member bears.
Do you guys remember Flamingo, the horde warrior with the
Flamingo, yeah, fuck yeah.
Flamingo, yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, okay, so he's like a real life friend of mine. I could get a hold of him.
Wait, that's not Salmo, is it?
Orc Warrior?
You know Poseidon?
He played a
Undead Mage?
at the beginning. He played a paladin named Alexander. His brother was Asana,
Oh my god, I
the
remember
mage.
that.
Poseidon was a fucking tool.
Do you know an orc hunter named Morsalt then?
Mm,
Because him and Flamingo used to run arenas, I think.
oh, okay. But yeah, I could ask him. I have him on my friends list. He's on mine now.
Do you know whatever happened to DMV Warren? Some people were asking about him.
That's what I wanted to know. That's why I was asking if he's in that chat.
I don't know where he ended up.
I saw like years ago, people were trying to like reconnect with people from Vanilla, and he posted on like the forum spot. Don't know anything else.
Was he in Cadia with you?
Yeah, he's an icon when I was in Moon, and then we both left our guilds to go to Cadia, and then it fell.
DMB was
They disappeared out of like nowhere. And they left. Like it was
Well,
just
a
like
bunch of people went to. You mean when they went to Cadia?
no, when Katie left the server.
Yeah, they just disappeared. They only invited, like, it was weird. But yeah, I was trying to get Warren to join Ruin Forever, And then he's like, no, Icon's like all my bros. And then we both got invited to Katie, and we're like, all right, let's do it. So we both left.
It's just hilarious because he
we
dropped
went.
Icon in a second for Katie.
Yep, exactly.
He had everyone in Icon was pissed too because he had like full tier 2 in this.
Which is wild though, because like we were right behind Cadia for most of like vanilla. And then when they left, like we were the only guild in Alliance that could even kill or like clear like AQ and shit.
Did Vox Radix blow up?
They died on Korgath with us.
Oh, and they didn't change.
So we both
server swap again.
Ruin and them both like pretty much died at the same time, and then Ruin with like 6 people transferred and resurrected itself, and Vox disbanded.
Yeah, I know they cycled through a bunch of G leaders, and then Alana.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I got to steal all the Nax.
I turned the stream off now because we haven't actually been raiding for a little bit.
And I
just chatting.
Lana was gone for a long time.
Thank you for watching.
Same with Quicks.
Come back at another time and we'll do more crazy shit together.
I think Trumo has